What is up, guys? It's Galaxytech Darklord here. Finally, we have all the known Cyberdragon support after BOSH has been released. And, you know, I picked up some stuff from the sneak peek, so I have everything apart from Infinities and 2 Solemn Strikes now. So, yeah, I'm really happy that I've picked up Rampage Dragon finally, because I love this card so much. Yeah. This is actually take 3 of the video because my phone has been really annoying me recently. It's been corrupting all my videos. I mean, I actually had to retake bits of my Performage and Pal's deck profile quite a few times as well for the same reason, because it kept on corrupting it. So yeah, I'll get straight into the deck profile. I won't explain some of this stuff because I've profiled this so many times. My Cyber Dragons. I will explain any new cards in this deck. So yeah, to get started with 3 Cyber Dragons, obviously. Please do not complain about this damaged ulti, because I will be replacing it very soon, and I have had that so long, since I was about, 10, where there are people in the schoolyard who tore up cards because they thought it was funny. Anyway, 3 Cyber Dragon. No need to explain why. 3 Cyber Dragon Core, yet again, no need to explain why. 3 Drei Xyz, this makes your Xyz plays. New card that I will actually explain in some depth, Cyber Dragon Zwei. So this is not a new card, but this is a new card in my deck. So yeah, I shall explain it right now. It is not treated as a Cyber Dragon while it's face up on the field unless you reveal a spell card in your hand. But it is a Cyber Dragon monster, and the fusion material for your Rampage Dragon, because this is what the deck is all about, what I've based the deck around mainly, is 2 or more Cyber Dragon monsters. So the problem that Cyber Dragons had in the past was having Cyber Dragon Drei in your hand with a power bond and a Cyber Dragon monster on the field was not enough to go into Twin Dragon, because in the hand, Cyber Dragon Drei and Core and every Cyber Dragon monster apart from Cyber Dragon is not treated as Cyber Dragon. So these Chimeratech Rampage basically fixes the problem, which means that I've cut down on Cyber Twin Dragons, obviously. But also, I find that running 3/3/3 is not enough, so I put 2 Cyber Dragons Zwei in, and I have not regretted doing that so far. It is also an extra Cyber Dragon monster. Well, it's an extra Cyber Dragon when you reveal a spell card for Drei to make them all level 5. So yeah. Next, I'm running the compulsory 3 Galaxy Soldier. Then I'm running 2 copies of Honest, because we've got all lights, and Electromagnetic Turtle. Now, I can't remember if this was in my last Cyber Dragon profile, so for the benefit of the doubt, I will explain the reasoning for this. It is a light machine type, which means it's searchable, not that you would. It is also like Necro Gardener, except it's once per duel. You can also put this card in the graveyard with Chimeratech Rampage Dragon, which is where it really needs to be. So yeah, that rounds off the monsters. I think there were 17 in this deck. I can't quite remember, but yeah, that's all the monsters. For the spells, I'm running quite a few. They make up a majority of the deck. So without any further ado, 3 copies of Power Bond. I will pick up an ulti, so don't complain about the mismatch of rarities. It bugs me too. I'm then running 3 copies of Cyber Repair Blunt. No need to explain this why. 3 Upstarts, because you need to basically just... This deck does not make pluses easily at all. In fact, it goes minus quite a bit of the time with Power Bond. So Upstart, this card just helps you get through all of your deck quicker. Makes it practically a 37 card deck instead of a 40 card deck. So yeah, increases the chances of you drawing the cards you actually want to draw. Then I've bumped up Overload Fusion to 2 because Rampage Dragon is a thing. So yeah, I have not regretted putting this at 2. I see it a lot more often, which means I can go into Rampage Dragon quite easily. Then 2 Machine Duplications, because Cyber Dragon core Machine Duplication equals 2 more Cyber Dragons from your deck. Then 2 copies of Instant Fusion, because this really helps with your Exceed plays, with Panzer Dragon basically. And also your Rampage Dragon is technically an Instant Fusion target as well, because it's level 5. Then 2 Forbidden Lance, because I'm basing this under the same mentality as Dino Rabbit players would have with Evolza, Lagia, or Dolka. Your Lagia and Dolka protect you by stopping your opponent's plays, but you need something to protect the Lagia and the Dolka. The same principle works with this and your Rampage Dragon and Infinity and Nova. Protecting your plays is very vital, so I feel that Forbidden Lance is definitely the way to go with that. So I'm currently testing 2 of these and it works very nicely. Then for the one-offs, I'm running 1 Cybernetic Fusion support, because it's searchable and it makes your graveyard live with Power Bond at the cost of half your life points. Then I'm running 1 Soul Charge. I might cut this in for the next build, because this doesn't have many. This doesn't put a lot of work in, really. I get it off once per duel, to be honest, like generally, or not even that, every so often. So I might cut it for something else, possibly Raigeki, to be honest. And then lastly, Foolish Burial, because you want to put a Cyber Dragon in your graveyard most of the time to make your Cyber Repair plants live, or you can put the core in the graveyard, which also helps as well. So yeah, as you can see, this kind of makes up most of the deck, the spells. For the traps, I'm only running 3 at the moment in the form of 3 Solemn Strike. I don't have 3 of them at the moment, I've only got 1. But yeah, this card is insane, and I feel this is the only trap I've actually needed to run at the moment. So yeah, and it's working very nicely. For the extra deck, the most important part of the deck, in my opinion, simply because of the boss monsters. So Rampage Dragon, I love this card so much. It's the savior of Cyber Dragons. It is a 21 beta. It is level 5, which makes it an instant fusion target. You can go into Nova with it. It requires 2 or more Cyber Dragon monsters. When it is summoned, for every fusion material you use to fusion summon it, you can destroy up to the same number of spell and trap cards on the field. And once per turn, you can put 2 light machine type monsters from your deck to your graveyard to give this card an additional attack. So that is a 4200 beta with Power Bond with 3 attacks. Now tell me that that is not better than Cyber Twin Dragon, because I think that is definitely better. Does so much more. So yes, I love this card a lot. It is definitely by far and away the best card in the deck and your biggest OTKer. Then, rant over, Chimeratech Fortress Dragon. With Cyber Dragons and Chimeratech Fortress Dragon, this literally runs all over Cosmos. I would use profanity, but I'm beyond that, basically. Yes, Chimeratech Fortress Dragon is very good, especially given Cosmos at this point. Does not work against Dynamists. 1 Cyber Dragon for the one-offs, Chimeratech Overdragon, because this card still has some application, I guess, and Cyber Twin, because also it has some application, but I don't use it all that much. So yes, that is all of the fusions, aside from Panzer Dragon, which are your instant fusion targets only, primarily. Your Rampage Dragon is also one of them. Finally, for Xyz monsters, as you can see, I don't actually have Infinities yet, but I am running 2 of them when I do have them. 2 Novas, because, Cyber Dragons. 1 Pleiades and 1 Volcasaurus. So, I have mixed feelings about Pleiades and Volcasaurus because they target, and a lot of cards can't be targeted at the moment, but they work quite nicely with the deck and the rank 5 and OTK stuff, so they stay. So yeah guys, that is the end of the deck profile. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to, as usual, I am looking for suggestions for improvement in the next video. So don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below to suggest the improvements. While you're at it, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more content. Peace out.